made my way up to the cabin once more, and since I'm here, I always bring my pack basket with me. I started off with a normal backpack, a military issue, and I finally bought myself, I've always wanted one, a pack basket. So I'll go over the gear that I bring with me and some pretty, I'd say, essential stuff when you're living off grid. To start off with the pack basket, I chose this just because it's a big open pack. I mean, it's in the title, it's in the name. I don't really like having 1,000 bags. I really like being organized, but just one big open space and 1 or 2 containers separating it all is a huge plus for me. The only downside that I could see to a pack basket, and this being a wooden pack basket, would be that it is very heavy. I know they make some kind of composite materials now. There's PVC, plastic, I think there's like HDPE, a whole bunch of different plastics they make them out of, which I'm sure is a huge improvement, but they don't have a classic look. So let's get into the gear. Right off the bat, for me, it's a pretty essential. That's how you guys are listening and viewing my content. I have a little camera bag. I don't have the room to have a nice big protective case because, like I said, I need to walk here. I take my ATV or I take my Skidoo, my snowmobile, in the winter. So I just don't have the carrying capacity to just bring a whole bunch of big gear. So let's get the boring stuff out of the way. I have newspaper because I always need some at the cabin. So when I'm in town, I always pick up what I can. For now, I have this lantern. It's a great little source of light if anything were to ever happen. I don't plan on getting lost anytime soon, I should say, but it's always good to have. Water, even if I have some once I arrive at the cabin, I always like to have some on me, especially in the summer. It gets very, very hot. I usually always have snacks because I'm always hungry in general, but walking and working, it just makes matters worse. So I carry these just little pita chips, nothing much, but enough to fill your little stomach up. On top of everything here, I will start to carry another little axe. This has to be my favorite axe that I own. I'll give a closer look on everything at the end once I empty out the pack, but this is just a great belt axe. In a bag here, so just a standard milk bag, I have a little toolkit for my gun. It's just a wrench in there and a long-range sight. I carry that at all times with me. A little pack of matches, always good to have. And whenever I shoot, I'll bring back some empty shells for reloading purposes and also empty cartridges. Now we're getting into the more exciting stuff. I need to beat the daylight here. But right off the bat, I'm sure you guys noticed if you watch my other videos, I have a holster hanging here. I started off with an 1858 Remington Navy, so a 36 cal cap and ball revolver. It's for self-defense, obviously against animals and whatever else roams in the woods, but it's more a noisemaker. The only real time I had to use it was against a bear. I heard it was close, it was growling, shot, and it flew. It ran away. But here, for that pistol, that I should take this off or repurpose the pouch. I have a powder horn in here, some shot and some primers. I haven't been carrying that pistol in months, but this doesn't really weigh anything, so I don't really care. So, apart from that, got the revolver stuff out of the way. On the side of the pack, I always keep on each other. I have my knife. If you guys are interested in any other videos I could do some. I covered this, I think, in one of my very first videos ever. I don't think I had the cabin back then, but I have my knife made out of an old saw blade. I made it myself, forged the whole handle, brass pins, elk antlers, and a caribou hide sheath. In this pouch is a double-sided puck, or sharpening stone, I should say. It's a puck style for knives and axes. Next thing is a belt holster for said firearm that I'm carrying on any specific date. But most of the time, like I said, if it's not the Remington, it will be somewhere in here, but I can't see it. It will be another revolver that I will go over shortly. But for now, I have this sling. Also, I have pretty correct sling mounts on it for my 1886 Winchester. That is my go-to rifle that I have with me at all times. I have a little copper flask here, vintage copper flask, filled up with very high proof alcohol. That's all I'll say. It is very high proof. I'll put a match to it. It'll light up blue. So yeah, almost pure liquor. But yeah, I could obviously also drink it. But very good fire starter. Next up, I carry these at all times. It is my cartridges for my 1886 Winchester. Bottom row is soft point copper bullets. Top row is some good old lead. So yeah, I do cast my own ammo. I try to cut down the cost as much as possible. Another water bottle in here, which isn't very important. Try to get this out of the way. I have a wood chisel in here and some files in a deerskin pouch that I made with my little logo on it. I just carry these around. Files are always good to have, especially with axes. If you get a severe nick, file it out. Problem solved. Now for the important part. I have, now there's a gun lock on it because I was walking around, but anyways, Canadian laws make no sense, but I have this Colt revolver. It's a little Thunder 841 long Colt. Very, very nice little pistol. Paid it a pretty penny, but it is a vintage, so I'm allowed to carry it, or I should say an antique. The proper term is antique. I'm allowed to carry this just like any other rifle. So yeah, pretty cool. I use it as protection. Awesome. Apart from that, there's really nothing else. There is my axe here. It is a Hudson's Bay style axe. I love that axe pattern. It's pretty much reminiscent of an Indian or an Amerindian tomahawk. Super awesome axe. I built the cabin with it. So I'll show you guys a close-up of what I mean when I say that the axe is awesome. I'll show you a close-up, and my little belt axe. I love those. The camera is starting to freeze up, and I won't be able to see anything because it's getting pretty late at night. We're pretty late in the afternoon, but this is a Hudson's Bay Snow and Eel axe. I'll need to redo the handle for it because the eye is starting to slip out. I've had it for at least 5 to 8 years. If I needed an axe to build a cabin, this is what I used. But yeah, Hudson's Bay style head, really, really cool. Like I said, it resembles a Indian tomahawk. Super cool. It is the perfect length. It's just a standard camp axe. I really don't need more. I don't want more in my pack. Came with a nice little sheath. Now for my belt axe. I'll carry this anywhere if I'm just walking in the woods, having a little walk here. Like I said, same style axe, no making on here, so maybe I think it was forged by hand some time ago. The handle is very old on it. It's starting to split at the head. There is a cool metal wedge here that kind of holds the head on. I don't know why they did it this way, But I added a little paracord lanyard to it to see it if I plant it in a tree or something. So it's a little burgundy red color with a little bead. And I made myself a nice thick leather sheath. And this thing holds an edge. It is a razor. It's extremely dark, so I'll stop here. So thanks for watching if you made it this far. It's getting actually pretty cold. So I will head in the cabin. I'll catch you guys later. So thanks for watching.